Next is from Jonathan Wood. The subject is heat seekers. Hello again, everyone. Um, uh, Hello again, everyone. While watching SmackDown and seeing Lacey Evans get major heat by going to high-five a kid with Down syndrome and then pulling away, then seeing all the other loser orcs online complain about it, it made me wonder who was the biggest heat seeker, drew the most heat that y'all have personally worked with or have seen before. Personally, I remember Sergeant Slaughter when he turned Iraqi sympathizer getting nuclear heat to the point that my friend's mother didn't allow us to watch the 91 Rumble. After he won the belt from Warrior, she kicked everyone out of the house because she was so disgusted. That to me is good heat. Thanks again for the podcast. And please continue to use the regularly correct Billy Body, who is the most accurate news and sports picks going. Also, to defend him, Sasha crap is completely fraudulent. Ticketmaster has limited first-run tickets, but you can find tickets to New Japan plentifully on third-party resellers. I'm attaching a link here to show that it's not sold out. Interesting.
Well, I mean, that's a ticket reseller. That's like saying WrestleMania. WrestleMania is sold out, but then people resell their tickets on StubHub or whatever.
But that's the issue with calling a thing a sellout.
Well, always.
Okay, if tickets are available to be bought by secondary sellers, the people aren't sitting in the chairs yet. The ticket, like you have to sell seats.
Yeah.
Right. So if the seats are not all sold, that's not a sellout. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have people buying tickets to go sit in the seats yet.
We are having them buy them to resell them.
Right. Exactly. Right. So that's So I would say he's correct on that. So, but Billy is credible. People want to pick a story if he's wrong about one thing and make it sound like bro. All these guys are wrong about things. That's the wrestling content. First of all, a lot of these guys are double sourcing stories. They're just basically giving you rumors. But Billy's been very credible. I'm like, bro, he said that when they were talking about Brock and Walter, he said that he was going to cost Bobby Lashley the U.S. title. I go with him, and that was accurate. So I was like, he's been an outlier. A lot of this stuff has been absolutely correct. He was the only guy that was saying publicly that was on record as saying Vince is going to wrestle at WrestleMania. And then he wrestled against Pat McAfee. So nobody else is supporting that. So it's like, so I'm just saying I'm not a fan of wrestling content like all these people, like, all the stories. If you like to read all the stuff and everything and see it, I'm not a fan of that. But if there's a big story, fine. I want to hear it. What do you got any comment, Conan? About? Oh, by the way, heat. Let me give you heat. To me, like let me see. Sergeant Slaughter was excellent heat. Yeah, that was. What's the most heat you've seen, Conan? You were in Florida when Kevin Sullivan was doing the Satan worship stuff, right? What type of heat was that?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to the shows.
Right.
There was really good heat. Like there was this guy called Pac Song when he went against Dusty Rhodes. That was incredible heat. Abdullah the Butcher when he went to Miami had incredible heat. Jake the Snake when he did his feud with me in Mexico was ridiculous heat, dude.
Right.
I bet you in Puerto Rico.
That was ridiculous heat.
I got good heat at Impact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe, was that
when you went out to girls
at the ECW arena? How would you were a big ECW fan?
Yeah.
How would you rate the heat that I had in that arena to people of the past?
Top 10 I've ever seen in that building.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
People were not happy with you, not at all.
That's all the people that are online that follow Fightful and stuff. Like they all showed up to yell at me. So.
Oh yeah.
Next is from John Roddy, and the subject is Buff. The legendary Buff Bagwell was a guest on Eric Bischoff's 83 weeks last week, and he sounded fantastic. Seems to have finally kicked all his addiction issues, and as a longtime wrestling fan, it was awesome to hear him sound so clear-headed. The reason why I'm writing this is that during the interview, Buff said his main goal is to get back into the wrestling ring, and that's aiming for a Royal Rumble and a WrestleMania appearance. Now, we never deny wrestlers' chance to make money from the wrestling business, but this is really a wise move by Buff. He just got kicked a long-time booze and drug habit that was enhanced by injuries that he got during his wrestling career. Why risk, especially at his age, getting hurt all over again? P.S. Why is Billy interviewing Rey Mysterio? I'm not watching that. It should be Conan and Disco interviewing Rey Mysterio, not some that we all hate. John Roddy, it's his kid, Austin, asking Rey Mysterio questions, which is which is actually very entertaining if you would go check it out. Because Austin knows more about wrestling than 95% of the fans.
Well, here's the thing that I've always said. Billy's gotten so many people pissed off by the way he interacts with them online, and we've told him about it, and he doesn't want to change. That's on him. But that it's like anything else. When you don't like somebody, no matter, they can never do no right. And when you like somebody, they can never do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. Next is from John P.
Wait, I'm sorry, but the Buff thing. What do you think about him? Yeah, trying to come back for a Rumble or something.
I would not doubt if he's in next year's Rumble. If he gets back in shape and stuff, because Paige has a good relationship with those guys and stuff and everything, so he'd vouch for him and maybe get him back in there. You know, they could do that. I wouldn't doubt that. So next is from John Paz. Is this John Paz? John P. Pazarowski?
The John Paz.
Okay. Subject: NJPW Battle in the Valley sellout. Hey, Conan, Di, and Feeney. What does Billy have against Sasha Banks, a.k.a. Mercedes Mone? He said the show wasn't sold out. Looks like New Japan the Valley is a sold out. He said she's not hot. Was he smoking a rain tobacco? She's definitely hot. Basically, so the tickets are all sold. The tickets are all sold out for. We just discussed this. Yeah. The tickets are sold out, but if secondary sellers have it, it's like they haven't sold the seats yet. So that it's just your take of what a sellout is and what isn't. If all the secondary tickets are sold to people, and then the secondary ticket sales are not. If you could go find tickets for this, it's not sold out. If you go on secondary to ticket sales, it's technically speaking that the secondary markets have bought the tickets, now they're selling them.
Right.
So you can say it's a sellout if they bought all the tickets that we're going to sell them. It's like, okay, but it's fine, but until they sell all those tickets, it's not a sellout.
Yeah, it's like what happened, Joe. Right. Remember when we did that talk in Las Vegas that you were not prepared for? That one.
That one.
And all those people bought tickets, but some of them didn't show up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they were stuck in other shows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. But if that's the case, then it would be like saying, WrestleMania didn't sell out
because the person bought the tickets.
As long as it's bought, yeah.
But if I buy 40 tickets and I want to sell them to people and I can only sell back 20 of them, there's going to be 20 empty seats, and I'm stuck with the tickets are bought, but the seats are going to be empty. So that's the only way you're going to know what this show is a sellout is on the day of the show. Look at the crowd and see if all the seats are filled. That's how you'll know. So that's common sense.
I love that this is like the 6th email on that New Japan sellout.
Well, that's because we made no. You know why? Because we put it up on a YouTube clip.
Yeah.
That's why. So people are probably commenting because a lot of people just listen to the YouTube clips of our show. They don't listen to the show. We want you. We'd invite you to listen to the show. Because there's a lot more stuff, and that's only sound bites and different clips. So, this is an interesting one. Tommy Herman, subject is Power Slap. What up, Di and Co? Greetings from Tel Aviv town. Interesting. What's your opinion on Dana White's Power Slap League? Do you think this is something that could become mainstream? In a way, it's like the Japanese fighting spirit spot over and over again. How would a slap duel between Di and Joe end? Keep up the good work in this T-Bone McFlanagan. Boom. I think Power Slap's atrocious, dude. It's horrible. These guys are getting concussed and stuff. It's stupid. What do you think of that show? I think it's ridiculous.
I think it's funny when they slap the guy and he gets knocked out. That's funny to me.
You think that's funny?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of horrible.
Yeah, and but it's not something. I don't know. I might look at it just out of curiosity and the morbidness of it.
Right.
But it's not something that I think I would be following.
What do you think about Dana's defense of it, though, where he would say, like, hey, these guys are only getting hit maybe once or 3 or 4 times, and boxers are getting hit 100 times, hundreds of times.
That's not a good defense.
Yeah. That's what he's going with.
Yeah.
Bro, some of these guys are 300 pounds, and they're smacking you upside the head.
Yeah.
And guys are getting knocked out. I've seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never liked it before when it was, you'd see videos come over from Europe or whatever. I'm like, it's entertaining the first few times, but then you go, okay, what else is there to this?